It's the early 1900s, and Bend is just beginning to boom. So city leaders are desperately seeking out doctors, merchants, and anything else that an early town needs to get off the ground.
And one of the things they wanted most was a woolen mill for making clothes. They had reason to be optimistic for its chances.
Shaniko, up the road from here, very famously is the wool capital of the world, and they're moving, thousands of pounds and, lots of money. And Bend thinks that we can get a piece of that game.
It took 10 years and the offer of free land to finally seduce a company into building.
In 1923, 3 investors are finally successful in recruiting the Utah woolen industries to come to Bend, send managers and weavers to Bend to help set up a woolen mill here. They build really quickly, and $10,000 later, in June of 1923, they're able to actually start running the mill at part-time operations with grand dreams of growing really quickly and larger. Their early estimates were that they would be able to train and have a work crew of about 40 to 50 women running full-time.
Spirits were high and eyes were on the future, including the future of 2 mill employees.
The families that were sent out from Utah to set up and run the mill. Myron Carlisle was here serving as a foreman, and a young woman from the part of Utah that they were all from also followed to here, and her name was Helen. And there was a day where they were all swimming in the Deschutes River. This is also 1923. And she gets in trouble out in the river. She was starting to go under when she heard a voice say, "Stay calm and hold your nose." And it was Myron who had swum out, saw that she was in danger, swum out, got her, pulled her back to shore, and saved her life. And they were married that September.
Sadly, while Myron and Helen may have lasted, the woolen mill didn't. Kind of.
They've only managed to hire on 20 to 25 men to be, running the knitting machines, with hopes of soon we're going to be at the full-time, capacity. But it never arrives, and by 1926, the woolen mill is already out of business.
But much like the box factory, that old building got new life.
The building actually has a great history, and there is a Bend Woolen Mill Part 2 that I kind of love. It starts out as a feed store in 1937. By 1940, it's Scotty's Market and Feed, and they operate it well into the late 1950s when the building goes up for sale. And that's where it gets a little bit, fits and starts of businesses that try to be in it until 1972, when it reopens again as the Bend Woolen Mill, but this time it's a tavern by that name. So from 1972 until 1984, it's Bend Woolen Mill, Part 2. My favorite part of this is that they were one of the live music venues in town. So pretty much every week when you're looking in the newspaper, for the history of the woolen mill, you see the name of whatever band is playing there that weekend.
After its long and roller coaster ride, the Alice family who owned the building decided to put it to higher use. And Shepherd's House moved in 2006.
It's about allowing these spaces to continue to have life in the community and retain a sense of who we are. Who doesn't enjoy driving by that building and seeing, the remnants of, the previous occupation sign painted on the building. It gives you a sense of character and community that's different than other places. And in that respect, I think it's, another reason why it's great that here you have a historic building serving, those in need.
For Central Oregon Daily News, I'm Scott Elmas.